Hello guys, hi, how are you? Hope you're good. Hope everybody's fine. How is things? How is it wherever you are? Right, I see Valentine's Kakane Masego. How are you? Unjani Budi? Brenda Mpofu, hello Dali. Yeah. Just let's share the live, guys. Let's share the live. Let's tag whoever you think is going to benefit from what we're going to be talking about. Like you've seen the caption. The caption would be diaspora opportunities. So we just share whatever is available out there, and then we see if we can apply, and definitely we get the jobs. So let's get on to do that. Let's get on to do that. Snobo Kosidube, hello Dali, how are you? Right, Mina. Ubusimpofu is saying, hi Matlodlo, how are you doing? Hapo, Nishap Nagakulu, Nishap Steric. Just I'm multitasking lapa guys at the same time talking to you. I'm just coming from a meeting. So I didn't want to miss this since we had promised each other that I'll be coming. Hi Fiona Ndlovu, Kunjani. Constance Ncube is calling somebody there. Kindly invite people. Let's invite people, guys. You know the motive. We invite people so that we have those opportunities. Those who could be our aspiring or our prospect employers can come through and see what we are doing. So that's the whole purpose of sharing the live. So when you come in, kindly do share the live. I see there's Juliet there. Precious Chira, I'm good. Rayton Ngube Gunjani. Rosina Nyams Abrigado, how are you? I'm good, thank you. Maud, how are you, Dali? Nozipo Matema, hello, how are you? Constance, hi, good day. Precious Chira, right, I've greeted you again. Juliet Gumbo, hi. Jenny, Zala, how are you? I'm good, thank you. Mr. Wedi Kumunda Kaoleme, hi, you good? Hi, my sister, hi, how are you, my brother? Yeah, right. I think we can start talking, guys, without wasting much of your time. We will get on straight to the issue. Hi, Chisomo Moshe, Chinja Moshe, Kubani. I'm good, thank you. Kubani, how are you? Great. I think I've tried to greet everybody. I've just sent the phone. Sorry for any inconvenience. Anna, guys, let's share the live while we wait for about a minute or so. Let's share the live. Let's kindly share the live. Anna Chabalala Unjani, I'm great, thank you. Mirel Parsons, hi Mzala, how are you? Sandisiwe Zungeni Unjani, I'm great, Dali. Pelicious Ngoma, connected, how are you, sis? I'm great. Prosper Pro Ngube, hi, right. Sandisiwe Zungeni, I'm great. I think abanye sembaphinda. All right, Sandisiwe is calling uSigcebela phana and also calling uThembisa. Let's kindly do that. Let's call as many people as we can, guys, so that we don't keep repeating ourselves the moment we start talking. Let's kindly call each other. Right, thank you for those who are taking abanye. Let's kindly do that, guys. Thank you so much. And let's go on to share the live as well. I will just be on it straight away. Okay, right. Muzwe Tumpofu, hi. Great, thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Hope you are having a great day wherever you are. Right, so for those who don't know me, my name is Novantu Zombambo. I am just your girl, Mtana Woblawayo, and I'm a Zimbabwean by birth, and then I reside in Ireland currently. And I've just been here for 2.5 years. I haven't been here for too long, really. But I've seen that there's lots of opportunities in the diaspora, which I was never told about when I was back home. So I took it upon myself to say, you know what? If I can share these opportunities with my people back home, the better. So that's just what I do. Nothing much, really, but I know it's much because a lot of people have benefited from what I share. You can close this door, Papa. A lot of people have benefited from what I share, so you either take it or you leave it. But if you are meant to be, to reach your destiny through me, and then this could be the right place to be. So what we do here, we share opportunities, diaspora opportunities. With the situation that's back home, it could be not only home, but back in Africa, people are so much longing to be in the diaspora because the situation has just gone so bad for people, especially, the majority of people, people can't cope with the way things are happening back in Africa, and the cost of living is just unbearable, specifically in my country. The currency is just not there at all. So when you are in the diaspora, it makes much of a sense because you are able to earn yourself a good living, not only a good living, but a better living. When I say a better living, I'm just talking of the basics, where you're able to get yourself some decent breakfast, where you're able to get yourself some decent lunch, at least have something to eat for dinner, something decent with, something decent, not, where you have to struggle to just get a meal. That's the situation back home, and with the education that we could be having, but you can't afford to get yourself a job that's going to be paying you enough to look after yourself and your family. So that's why, there's so much of this migration, people are looking for greener pastures and what. So guys, just take it upon yourself as well. You look at your situation, you know it better than any other person. You know where your needs are. Not only your wants, because your wants you can do without them, but your needs. And the needs, I'm talking of the basic needs. I've just mentioned the issue of the food, just the basic food. So you can even talk of the education, your children's education. In the first world countries, education is free. I'll tell you that. Education is free. You won't have to pay for anything. It's just that you need to make sure you have to provide things that will help your child to go to school. Things like uniforms, the books. There's some schools that require you to purchase the books. But when it comes to the fees that we all struggle about back home, here you won't face that struggle. The school fees it's just going to be for free. So those are some of the advantages that you want to take. Those are some of the advantages that you want to consider when you come to the diaspora, the sake of your children. Guys, let's kindly share the live, and also let's just show each other I'm a love, I'm a like, so that I see that I'm talking to people who are readily available. Okay, I would appreciate that. So I just thought, let me just bring you, a quick rundown, the advantages of being here compared to being back home, right? And I always say this to whoever I talk to. You know your situation better than anybody else, right? I might encourage you today, on this day, to say, you know what, Nobandu, it's just silent. Facebook, Yala. What's happening, guys? Can you hear me? Shivaraito is saying she can't hear me. I don't know if that's the same issue with everybody. Can you hear me, guys? Please confirm if you can hear me. If you can't hear me, then there should be a problem. Hi, guys. I see everybody. Let me just try and confirm if everybody can see me. Right, Shivaraito, I see you. And then I see people as well. Then I need to put some loves and the likes if you can hear me. I see Sandisiwe Zungeni is saying she can hear me. Who else can hear me? I can hear you. There's Chisomo from Zambia. She can hear me. Anybody else who can hear me? Or there's something that I need to do. Right. I think we are good to go, guys. Maybe she just has to fix her gadget. Right. So why I'm bringing this breakdown, guys, there's lots of confusion when people want to make this decision. When people want to relocate. Relocation is never easy. But it's you communicating or, reflecting on your situation. I think that's the best way I can put it. You reflect on your situation. You ask yourself, am I okay here? Am I comfortable? I know we can never be as comfortable as we would want to be, but ask yourself, is this the best life that I want for myself and my family? Is this the best life that I want for my children? If then that's the best life that you're giving to them, then you're home and dry. Don't even bother relocating, guys, because it is just going to frustrate you. Yeah? It's just going to frustrate you. I've known a lot of people who have relocated to the diaspora. They were living a decent life. Guys, I'm not asking for too much, right? I'm not saying maybe we should be overzealous. We should want, everything that you may think of on this earth. But the basic, the basic needs of, somebody, those who did maybe psychology or nursing, there is the hierarchy of needs, yeah? What's this? I've forgotten, Maslow's hierarchy of needs, yeah? So those are the basic needs that we want as human beings, right? Are you able to provide yourself those decent things, Inje? Are you able to get yourself, running water, clean running water? Are you able to get yourself electricity to do whatever you need to do? The basic things, just the food, are you able to eat what you need to eat? Some would be on medication, but they can't afford to get the basic the basic food that they need, fruits, vegetables, they can't. So is that the best life that you want for yourself and for your children? And then if you do not get an answer or a positive answer to that question, then it is the time where this life should bring some change in your life. It should bring some change. You should now start, be starting to think otherwise. You should start looking at these greener pastures that people talk about. You should start be looking at, North, looking at, the UK, looking at Ireland, looking at Finland. There's different places. There's Canada, there's Australia, there's USA. There's just lots of places to go to, guys. There's even the Asian countries, So this is the time when you really need to communicate to yourself, have a meeting with yourself. That's what I always say to people when they come to me and ask me, what are the advantages of coming to the diaspora? I hear people saying, things are just tough, the cost of living is crazy. I've seen Upopo presenting this and she's saying, transport itself is just expensive, food, all the bills are just crazy. And I've seen people that went, they haven't done anything back home. So is it worth it, Nobantu? What's your take? And the only thing that I say to them is people's situations are different, guys. People's situations are different. Look at your situation. Look at your friend's situation. Are you in the same situation? Do you all have the same needs, right? And everybody sets a pace for themselves, right? A pace in life where you are saying, Mina, this is the type of car that I want to drive. Where you're saying, maybe this is the kind of house that I want to live in. Others are actually saying, Mina, as long as I rent a 2-bedroom house, I'm fine. I mean, they're saying, as long as I rent a 1-bedroom or just 1 room, I'm okay, I'm content. As long as I'm able to just have a meal, I'm fine. So people have different priorities in life. And when look at yourself, have a serious meeting with you and yourself. Uzibuze, ask yourself, ask yourself, is this life that I'm living worth what I want to live for the rest of my life? And remember, this life that we're living is just short. Short as it is, who has control over whatever is going to happen or the kind of life that you're going to live? I can only say it is you. You only have the keys to the kind of life that you want to live. And let's not forget to keep responding. Let's put the loves and the likes. And that way you're just pressing. In TikTok, they say keep tapping the screen. So just continue doing that, guys. It will, motivate me to know that I have people, that I'm talking to, unlike for me to be talking alone. Thank you so much for those responses. So have that personal meeting. The moment you get an answer to that question, then you are home and dry. That's going to make you, decide. Either you're deciding to go like what others are doing, or you're deciding to stay where you are. And I cannot detect what you're going to do. It's only for you to say, you know what, Novantu, this is what I've decided. But when you come to me undecided, really, to be honest with you, I won't have much to tell you, but just to say, go and have a meeting with yourself, decide what you want. You know best what you need. You get what I mean? So take it upon yourselves, guys, to know, not to be disturbed, not to be influenced by things that will bring you down, things that are going to, jeopardize all your decisions. But you have a meeting with yourself. When you have a meeting with yourself, for those who have partners, after having a meeting with yourself, you and you alone, then you can consult your partner. Tell your partner, Uguti, this is what I've decided. And my reasons for deciding this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because he's human as well. He wants to know why you want to uproot him from wherever he is. Remember, these men, these partners of ours, they always have some fears of the unknown, like you would also have. You have so much fears of the unknown. You don't know what's going to happen if you are going to leave your job and then go to a foreign country. Are they going to recognize your certificates? Are you going to be given that same position that you are in? There's just a lot of things that are going on in their head. So it's up to you, to sit him down, tell him what you have decided and why you are deciding that way. I can bet with you guys, even if you're saying your partner is so thick-headed or your partner is, somebody who will never take anything from you, as long as you approach him, with respect, and approach him with your valid reasons why you want to relocate. He has no reason to say otherwise. He has no reason to, to think, no, it's not worth it to leave your country. So I thought I should just let you know, guys, this decision of relocating is definitely not easy. Being not easy, but you have to decide. You can't just be seated for more than a year or more than 2 years still deciding, still thinking. If you're looking at the advantages and disadvantages of relocating, it's not worth it. It is not worth it. I know people. I mean, the kind of person that I am, I'm a risk taker. And I always want to go with what my mind tells me. If I research about a certain place that I want to go to, or I always want to ask around, and then I get to find the positives which outweigh the negatives, and then I'll certainly go for that. Whatever happens after that, then I'll take it from there. Because guys, you can't start saying to yourself, no, I can't go. I hear Ireland is like this, and UK is like that, so I won't go. But you should be starting from somewhere, right? You should be starting from somewhere. Especially, I'm talking only, guys, this is only meant for people who want to relocate to the diaspora, right? If you are saying you are content, fair and fine. Our hands are like, our fingers are like this. They are never the same size. So this certainly means this one is not, is just one of the, the low class. This one is the middle class. This one is the high class. So if you're the high class, where are you moving to? Where are you going to? Don't frustrate yourself. Mental health is real. So just sit down, do whatever you're doing, continue with your business. If it's giving you good money, just sit down and continue with your business. That's all that I always say to people. And then this short finger, you definitely need to move. You have no reason to be stuck around in Africa. You definitely have to make a move. This middle class, this one is allowed to think otherwise because they are neither here nor there, right? So there are times where they can afford a holiday, and then there are times where they think, no, a holiday this time, we won't go for a holiday. We'll just be home with family, So this one is the one that has a reason to decide for long. But this one, sit down and just, live your life. You're okay wherever you are. This is the time where you need to move. Yeah? There's no reason why you are wherever you are right now, right? I've talked about you having a meeting with yourself. Then what next? You've talked to your partner, for those who have partners, right? You've decided to agree, fair and fine. And then what next from there? I get a lot of messages. People are saying they don't know what steps to take for them to, to relocate to the diaspora. They don't know the procedures and all that, right? I'll tell you one thing, guys. There's no, like one route to the diaspora. There are so many routes. Hey, darling, oh, that's great, Makoba. Thank you so much. Sending love, Chivarai, so thank you so much. Mode, sorry guys, I'd forgotten to greet. Right, Nomsa Chabalala, hi. Sis Big says, how are you? Long time. It's been very long, Sis Bridget. Very, very long. But I am back in action. I can hear you. All right, brilliant. So that's when you say, okay, so where do I want to go? Which route do I want to take? There's lots of routes, guys. No one detects which route you're going to take. And when I come here, I tell you of the opportunities that are here. And I tell you of the legal route that's there, where you have been given the job, you have applied for a job, you're granted, you've been given the job, you've passed the interview, and then you are told, right, we want you to come and work, right? In that situation, guys, it is the easiest, if I can say, it is the easiest route that you can take because all your documentation is fine. Guys, gone are the days. I know there are people who came some years ago, but their way of coming here was the most difficult way. They've always said it. I've spoken to some of them, and they're saying, you know what, Novantu, Lina, you guys, the way you've come to the diaspora is the simplest way that you can ever come. Because, Tina, we came this way and that way, and we had to do this and that. And when they tell you their story, guys, you're just like, wow. And how did they do this? If you were in their shoes, were you honestly going to do that? Or you'll be chickening out, you'll be saying, oh my goodness, what if they think this? What if they decide otherwise? What if, and then you're like, all right, so these people were determined to do whatever they did. They were determined to leave Africa because they saw the reason to leave. Tina, it's unfortunate we were late to realize that there's a need to relocate. There's a need to move, right? But it's fair and fine, people's time differ. God's time differs, I can say, it could be your time today, and then someone's time could be tomorrow, another person's time could be yesterday, something like that. So never regret your time of relocating. Thank you, Novanti. It's like you're talking to. Always have a problem with deciding. Thank you for the encouragement. Thank you so much, Constance, if I'm making sense to you. Because I've realized with the lots of messages that are coming into my inbox, people are so undecided. They hear people saying this, they see Novantu saying this, so people are just so undecided. Hi, Mzawami, how are you, Mzawamutin Bongan? Hope you're good, Bonds. So it's you deciding. As long as you're undecided, guys, this to you won't make sense. Mina coming to you and talking to you like this, it won't make sense at all, because you are thinking, will it work? You know, I'm running a business back home. My job is paying me so well. I have everything. I have all the assets. So where am I going? You know, and don't be confused. It's only for you to decide, which do I have to go or I do not. Remember, guys, I want to be honest with you. In the diaspora, compared to back home, gone are the days where we would be using the Zim currency. Especially, I'm talking to those who are in Zimbabwe right now. Zimbabwe is using a US dollar. Back in the diaspora, we are using, you know, something almost equivalent to US dollar, or even US dollar has more power than it. And unless, except for or euro, the euros and the pounds, right? The pounds having the most. Oh, thank you so much for the stars, Chisomo. God bless you, and may God increase, you know, all your territories. Thank you very much, guys. The stars are open for those who want to bless your girl for a charity cause. Please do so, guys. Thank you very much. Let's just put my likes for Chisomo. Thank you so much. She's our day one, you know, star sender. Thank you so much, Chisomo. So what you have to note now is, when looking at the currency, right? I'm mainly worried about people back home in Zimbabwe. The currency, the US dollar that is being used in Zimbabwe, guys, compared to the money that is being used, that is being worked out in the diaspora, at the end of the day, it does not make sense. Especially when you're making good money back home. I want to be honest with you, and whoever has an objection to what I'm saying, you feel free to say whatever you have to say. That's why you realize a lot of people now, currently in this era, they are not making any investments back home. Because if I get to be paid something like maybe 4,000 a month, right? I'm just giving an example. If I get to be paid 4,000 a month, guys, and then I'm taking that 4,000, all right, remember there are bills here, then I'm taking 2,000 back home to do whatever I need to do. That 2,000 is more or less equal to the 2,000 US dollars that is back home, right? Everything back home is priced in US dollars. So do you think I'll be able to build my mansion? Do you think I'll be able, you know, to buy, you know, the best car that I ever want to own and bank it back home? You see what I mean? And the value for money back home, guys, it's a bit, you know, belittled. Like it's underrated, if I can say, right? 100 US dollars or 100 euro that I can have here in Europe, I treasure it jealously. I hold on to it maybe for almost the whole week, right? I hold on to that US dollar, 100 US dollar. But back home, 100 US dollar, guys, correct me if I'm wrong. Back home, and mind you, the only difference maybe could be just $4 or $2-3 between the euro and the US dollar. Then with the pound, it's a little bit higher. Maybe the difference could be, you know, 10 pounds or something. I'm not really sure. But let's talk of the euro. 100 euro that I have here, which is almost the same, you know, with the US dollar. I will treasure it. I will buy quite a lot of things with that 100 euro. But back home, the 100 US dollars that you could be having, what are you going to do with that 100 US dollars? What can you really do? If I'm going to send somebody Katesi back home, 100 US dollars, what really are they going to do? If I'm saying I'm sending them just to make their groceries, is there much really that they're going to buy with that 100 US dollars? Please respond on comment section, because I want us to flow together. Is there much that they're going to buy with that 100 US dollars? Are they able to, you know, push a trolley, you know, from maybe, where is this? Wherever, maybe Pick and Pay, or what? Will they push a fully loaded trolley, you know, groceries that are going to last them for a month? That's my $1 million question. And then now you are saying, right, is it worth it now to use this money, to get this money, this hard-earned money that I'm working in US dollars, in euro, right, and invest it back home? Is there much investment that you're going to do? Or you could rather just bank it here, just bank that money till maybe the, you know, the US dollar is phased out, and then there is the, you know, the maybe the, you know, the Zim currency that is used, or the rand. You know, some are actually investing in South Africa, because it makes sense. When I take this euro and change it into the South African rand, it makes so much sense. I can get millions, you know, with the money that I would have saved right? School is saying $100 is too little this side, since you can't buy much. You see what I mean? But I mean, I can do something with that €100. It will take me far. Even £100 is going to take a person far. Here, US dollar is not enough. You can't buy groceries and that. Exactly. So that's how I look at it as well. When I sat down and saw how things are like, investing back home now is a bit tricky, because you're not investing much really compared to the time when, those people that came some time back in the diaspora, they would build mansions, they would do whatever, everything. They would see, all the different things that they are doing, because the currency was worth changing from wherever they are to Zimbabwe. But now it's not making sense. So why I'm telling you all this, guys, I'm just merely saying to you, if you're making a 4,000, roughly, let's talk about 4,000 in Zimbabwe, there is no reason why you have to come to the diaspora, guys, because you will be frustrated. And remember, back home, guys, there is no house, or there is no a tenant that would pay a rental of $1,000. What will they be renting? Just correct me, Konapo. Rentals here would range from 1,002 to 1,005 to 1,006, maybe a 2-3 bedroomed house. Nama rentals, just paying for accommodation. So anyway, in Zimbabwe or in Bulawayo, is there anybody paying that much? That much, 8,000 something, just for our rentals? Anybody to respond to that? If no one is paying that much, so why would you want to, with your 4,000 that you're earning monthly, then you want to come and pay so much here, so much rentals? At the end of the day, it does not make sense, guys. I'm simply trying to, say things as they are, to say, if you are the longest finger, this longest finger, don't even bother coming. This is not meant for you. When I just cheer those that want to come, help them, support them. If they're borrowing some money, help them, guys. Because they want to better themselves. These are those ones, right? Who are even earning maybe $50 US a month. And I'll be honest, and I'm sorry for those who are going to take it personal, but I was once a civil servant as well. And the civil servant, me being a civil servant, and I was actually working for the city council. And so, as the city council, I would change my salary, right? I would change my salary into US dollars or rands. I'll tell you, I'll be honest, my salary would give me maybe about $50 or $100 monthly, right? To earn 4,000 in Zim, haven't heard. We earn little, that's why we want to go abroad. Thank you so much, Priscilla. So you're classifying yourself as this one. So Priscilla, you have no reason to be sticking around, right? But I know there are people who earn that much. And remember, when I say earn, I don't mean the formal jobs. There are some people who are doing informal jobs and they're able to get that much. Some are even getting more than that. Agree with me or not, guys? Agree with me? There are some people who are getting 4,000, 5,000 a month. Right? Omakorokoza, they're making quite good monies, guys. There are other people who are doing different things. The business people, market or wherever, they're making good monies. Very good monies. There are some people who are running, their own businesses. They're running, B&Bs. They're running. I respect a friend of mine that came a few months. Thanks, Shefra. Thank you so much. If you're available, Shefra, please come through. These are the ideas that I want. Because at the end of the day, I don't want to be misquoted to say, Unovantu, this is what she's saying. I'm just being real with you. And I don't want you guys to be frustrated when you come here. A lot of people come here, because they just hear, they just see pictures. Pictures being taken, iPhones. Those iPhones create a totally different picture of a person, and then you think this is the way to go. But when you're living your luxury, living your, all right, that's fine, Chef, I'll be waiting for you, right? Hi, Dali, all right, I'll also used to change my salary in 50, exactly. We used to work together, so she knows what I'm talking about. So Mina, getting a salary of $50 monthly, it just didn't make sense to me. And with so much work that I was doing, it was just not making sense at all, guys. Remember, I'm not even involving or husband or anything. Me as a person, because I'm my own being. Remember, I'm saying I'm going to work in Yasebenza. But is this money that I'm making sense to me? Is it making sense really? I wake up in the morning, charma pulling socks, us nurses would put on those stockings, wear those high heels, be all slayy, and we're saying we're going to work. Then at the end of the month, you're given $50 US. Was it making sense? It wasn't at all. It wasn't. I would be driving. But for me to get that fuel money, it was a struggle. It was a struggle. I remember the last days, before I relocated, I even used to use ibus, uzuko, either because I didn't have money for fuel or there was no fuel. So the struggle was just real. The struggle was real. I had a very genuine reason for me to leave. So I'm trying to draw you to that situation. What if you are in that situation, then you have no reason to be stuck around in Africa. You have no reason, guys. I can bet with you, you will not move. You will not make an inch. Nothing is going to change on you. For you to come out from this $50 that you're making a month to come to maybe, 3,000 or 2,000 at least for you to get to these people. These ones, 5,000, 4,000. You'd have taken maybe five or 10 years, unless if you're doing illegal activities. But if you're straightforward doing your things, everything all on point, you have a long way to go. Just decide today to say, you know what, it's time to move. It is time to move because you are just wasting your time. And your children later in life, especially for those professionals, who hold professions that allow you to go anywhere, to relocate, critical skills, you have an opportunity to go to Australia, to Canada or wherever. You have no reasons to stick around, guys. Your children will be asking you later in life when your children are seeing me, maybe on television, or they're seeing me on newspapers, and then when you claim to know me and you'll be saying, you know what, I used to work with her and what, they'll probably say, mommy, no, that's not true. You see this girl with the level that she is at, so they'll probably be saying, no, you're just claiming to know her. You see that kind of a scenario when you're trying to associate yourself with this Novantu that is doing so well, because they decided to leave Africa. And then when you thought, no, it's not worth it, it's not really, let me just stick around, Lapa, something is going to come up. Guys, you will be a misery to your family. You'll be a misery to your children, especially. So this is the time where you decide, you know what, I need to go. I need to move. It's not worth it being here. So I thought, let me just come through, give you that motive to say, Lalela, sit down, have a meeting with yourself and decide. Don't see things from other people. When these diaspora people have come and then you're like, all right, can I have your handbag? Gombe MK, Gombe, Gucci or whatever. You're waiting to grab Woody, give me a souvenir. What souvenir? Labo, they are struggling. That person came with their bag, that sling bag or that jacket, because it was their favorite. They wanted to come and slay in Africa. And then when there you are, you're waiting to grab it, have it as a souvenir. You would have killed that person. You would have killed them because that's their best outfit that they could ever have. I'm just being for real, guys. Yeah, I'm sorry for those who might be offended, but it is what it is. So when you still have your hands, your eyes, your 5 brains, how many brains do we have? Whatever, so decide to say, this is what I want. I better relocate. That's all I can say, guys. As far as my love, my likes, to see that we're all here and you're still listening to me. I'm still making sense. I know it's news that you wouldn't want to hear because it's sort of like me putting pressure on you. But without this pressure, guys, you can never make any move. You can never decide. You'll keep, contemplating with yourself, to say, should I move? Should I go? Is it worth it? What about the English test? Will I afford? Right? Somebody's saying some of us would leave even if we had 5,000. Especially for our descendants. Life is not easy. Black Americans arrived in the USA as slaves. Look at most of their descendants now. Okay, T, they is saying something, living the American dream. Exactly, T. So I like your way of your thinking, right? Very few people who are here decide to relocate. A lot would say, I know I'll always be here. But life in Zimbabwe, one crazy thing about life in Zim, when you are here, next year you might be down. I don't know how that economy works. I really don't know, especially when you're not formally employed, especially when you're just, doing your informal tradings and what. So you want to take that 5,000 that you're making monthly and invest it to something that is going to be permanent for you. When I'm talking about something permanent, I'm talking about you, investing a greater future for your children, where you're saying you've sorted things for your children, your children are already in the diaspora and everything is okay. So why, what else do you want? It's only left for you now to say, you know what, this is what I want, or I'll go back to Zimbabwe, run my farm or do whatever. But as long as your children are sorted, then you're home and dry. One crazy thing, guys, that I've always never understood is, back those big people back home, those who have everything, those who you say, those are the it people, those are the, the guys that have it. Their children don't go to school back in Zim. Their children come to, to school in the first world countries. Ask yourself why. Zim had at that time had the best education, by the way, but still they wouldn't be going to school in Zim. They would be coming to the first world countries. Why? Ask yourself that. And we are saying these are the people who have it all, but they decide they're going to take their children to the, the first world country school. Others are even going to China, others are going, but their universities back in Zim, their high schools back in Zim. And remember, during Umgabe's era, education system was just on point. It was just on point. I remember, even when I'm here, I have a lot of people commenting, complimenting my English. And they're saying, you know what, you've just got this command for your English. Where are you from? And when I told them what I'm from Zimbabwe, they're like, wow, yeah, we know Mugabe had, that's the kind of thing that I'm talking about. Regardless of all that education that we received, Tina, back then, but still the people from, from up there, those, the elite, they would take their children abroad for education. Hi, Peshi. How are you, sis? Hope you're good, Peshi. How's it wherever you are? How's Aussie? Feel free, guys. Just tell us about Aussie, Peshi. Whatever you think about Aussie as well. Australia, it's people, it's places where there's lots of opportunities, but people are a bit reluctant. I don't know why. So if you want to share anything with us, Peshi, just go ahead. Peshi, I've known her some years ago. Yeah, I've known her. She was a nurse back in Zim, and she relocated. What relocated with Dalu patients? Yeah. And these are some of the people who would want, to share their experiences, and all that. And then we learn from it. Guys, Australia has lots of opportunities, and people just don't seem to, to want to go there. I don't know why. I don't even know the reason why, Yeah, I know some nurses, it's issues to do with verification and what. But the whole point is, don't look at just one place. There are lots of places to go to. So we have talked about you deciding, you have consulted your partner, and then you are saying, now I need to make a move. How do you then make a move? That's the time when I come in, or the LinkedIn opportunities come in, the Irish jobs, the different websites, the job links. You have to be a friend to internet, right? You have to be a friend to the internet, because that's where you would find the jobs. The hearsay jobs, fair and fine, you could find them, you could meet them along the way, right? But this is the time where you need to dedicate yourself to sitting down on a day, make sure at least you've gone through, you've browsed the internet, you've subscribed, subscribed to these websites, to these, the links where you'd find jobs. I'll come and have a chat one of these days. But also, thank you so much, Peshi. At least there, guys, we have Peshi who is saying one of the days she's going to come through and we chat to her. If you have any questions, we don't know it all, but the little experience that she has, she would want to share it with us. So that would be so lovely, so that people have an open mind on, some of these countries. We do not have much of an idea, but when we have somebody who is right on the ground, I think, my likes, guys, let's just throw in those loves and likes for Peshi. She would want to share the story about Aussie, and that will certainly change somebody's mindset of relocating to Australia, So thank you so much, Peshi, for that. People are busy. I wouldn't really, blame her. For me to come on live, I would have really taken my precious time to sit down here and talk to you and tell you about the available opportunities out there. Then somebody is saying, thank you very much, Peshi, for that. Minanjeng Shotang, a sponsor. I have my certificate and my license. Only sponsor I need. It's my wish to make my dream come true. That's why we are here. And sponsors, guys, sponsors won't come to you. You look for them. The sponsors, you look for them. Everybody's out there looking for sponsors, Brenda. So it's not a new problem. Everybody out here, that's why even these so-called sponsors have decided to make a business out of it, because they see the high demand. When there's a high demand of something, a lot of scammers come through, right? So while you are in search of a sponsor, be mindful, be aware of the scammers as well, right? So this is where the big problem is. But which is a problem that can be resolved as well, because we see people on a day-to-day basis, guys. Every day people are relocating to the diaspora. How are they relocating? Because the sponsors are there and they're sponsoring them. That's why I make noise about us sharing the live, because of all the opportunities that people who have gotten jobs from this platform, the opportunities have come from sponsors that were here on Facebook. I won't stop saying this, guys. I have sponsors that I've told you about here that have come to me and said, you know what, Nobantu, we have such opportunities. If you have people in your group, in your Facebook page that have the requirements, bring them on. And I've done that. Guys, if you have these things, let into zako get through to my inbox and then sponsor. And abantu, they are going. We have lots of celebrations, you know, coming up, guys. And abanye, they'll come through. People want to settle before they come and share their story. Omunye is on their way as we speak right now. Omunye is on their way. And you'll be surprised, guys, at the end of the day, when they decide to come and share their stories, all these things happen. You know, and it is only for you to just make that push. You know, keep pushing. Don't tell yourself, what I have been trying, it's not working out. What you feed your mind is exactly what's going to happen, is exactly what's going to be the outcome. If you do whatever you're doing and you're doubtful, you're saying, these sponsors are not coming through, definitely they won't come through to you. You have to look for them. You have to hunt for them. At the same time, opening all your eyes and your brain to have that smart, you know, way of seeing whether this is a scammer or not. Because a lot of people are falling, you know, for scammers. Which, guys, I don't know how many times I can say this. I can stand on top of the roof and tell you, do not pay for these COSs. Do not pay for these COSs, guys. When you are paying, pay for something that you know. And it's so easy to pick up these scammers. The way they say their story. I've been telling you here, guys, the scammers, you apply, you've put in your application, they'll quickly come back to you and say, thank you so much for your application, congratulations, you have been successful, and what, and then I'm asking myself, what am I being congratulated for? You know, I haven't even been called for an interview, but you're already being told to, all right, we are the visa office and we are going to offer you this and that, but you have to pay so much. Guys, that's a scammer's language. That's a scammer's language. Just delete and move. Don't, you know, contemplate on it too long, because you're going to get confused. Remember, Satan is also working with those scammers. They're going to, you know, brainwash your brain. They're going to brainwash you. Brainwash your brain. They're going to brainwash you. And when you keep reading that email, you're thinking, no, it could be real. You know, can I come to your inbox now? I need some help urgently. That's okay, Miriam. Come through. I'll attend to you as soon as I finish the live. So just introduce yourself so that I know who I'm talking to, right? So don't just move. That's not a language. What are you being congratulated for, right? Because you haven't been invited for interviews. So what is it really? So that's a typical scam. Don't sit and wait for all that rubbish. Give me it's rubbish, because they're just taking advantage of your, you know, your desperate situation. So that's one thing that I can tell you. Just be mindful of those scammers, guys. And as much as we want the jobs, but be on the lookout. Don't make your applications with so much desperation. Desperation is going to put you, you know, in a very, very big pit. And the moment you fall in that pit, you will never come out. Remember, if you lose something like 1,000, even 6,000, you know, that you would have banked for all this time to say, this is what I'm going to use when I want to relocate, how quickly are you going to recover that 6,000? You're doomed forever. Hi, Sis Rose. All right, big sis. Hope you're good. Thank you so much. You know, she's just alluding to what I'm saying. That's very true, Nabantu. So that's it, guys. Just be mindful from scammers. You know, at times, people send me these responses, you know, and then I look at them and I'm like, but guys, right? It's good. This one has come to me with this response and they're asking for my opinion. But it's very obvious. I mean, I think it's because I've dealt with these people. I've been doing this for more than, you know, 1.5 years now. When I started this, it's almost 1.5 years now. And I've been seeing these scammers' responses. I used to apply initially. Myself, I would apply just to see my chances of getting the job. Then I would get lots of scammers coming to me. They're asking for this, things that are never existing. And they tell you what they are, the visa office. How on earth have we come to the visa processing? You know, when I haven't even applied for the visa, how do you communicate with me as a visa official? How, or if you're a lawyer, some would come as solicitors or as lawyers. They are saying, okay, I'm your lawyer. How? Who has invited you to me, lawyer? I mean, I've just applied for a job. How do you come into the picture? Yeah, well, so these are some of the things that you need to pick up before you fall prey, guys. A lot of people are losing so much money to these scammers. So just be careful, right? Umarobeng is saying, hi, girl, you look so beautiful. I'm so late. Oh, thank you so much, Marobeng. T-Span is saying, advise people to join many groups, groups, companies. Exactly. I always say to you, if you are job hunting and you are on Nobantu's page, or you are on Nobantu Msindazi Mbambo's, profile, or you are on Nobantu subscribers alone and only that, you haven't started. I had somebody who was saying they've joined 48 groups. 48 WhatsApp groups. 48 WhatsApp groups. This person is vigorously looking for a job. And that's why I won't come here, guys, and start reading to you my links and what. I can only do that when I see what there is this special link, and only a few people are required, or it's a fresh link. This link has just been received a day or so, or some few hours ago. Then I'll bring it on to here, because a lot of groups, guys, WhatsApp groups are out there, and people are talking about this diaspora links. Be there, be found in those links, guys. Gone are the days, especially if you're job hunting. One of the days where you'll be found lapho kukhulunywa khona ngamachuni, for ladies, for obaba lapho kukhulunywa khona ngezigubu, or groups where abantu bayathethisana. I'm sorry, I have to say this in my vernacular. Abantu bayathethisana, abantu bayakhombisana, and you are job hunting. Abantu bayadatana, you wena uzitshela ukuthi you are job hunting, but you are found in those groups. It's not for me to detect what you do, because your life, your rules, but for this diaspora journey, guys, you just have to concentrate. Concentrate. It is a 100% full-time job when you're looking for a job. So if you in a day you are not putting more than maybe 20 or 25 or even 30 applications in a day, my chances of getting that job, they're very slim. I'm sorry to say. Very, very slim, because these opportunities have just been so much in demand, especially the healthcare opportunities. They've been so much on demand. Or for you to increase your chances of getting these jobs, you need to be constantly applying. You have to make sure you're always on your toes. You're applying. That's for healthcare jobs, right? But for other jobs, guys, which I've always encouraged people, for other jobs, teachers, mechanics, boiler makers, nurses, doctors, social workers, what else? There's quite a lot. People who have those skills, guys, some opportunities are out there. Opportunities, Australia, Canada, the US, the Ireland, UK. These opportunities are plenty plus. All right, fine. I'll be here, Shefra. Thank you. At least I know you're coming. Great, thanks. So these opportunities are right out there, guys. I look at these links at times and I'm thinking, every job that I see, I always, connect it to somebody that I know. That's my problem. And initially, what I would do, I would send somebody, my friend, that link which I've seen. But I noticed, people are just taking me for granted. People are just thinking, Nobantu is just pushing us on something that we would want to do. I would literally be sending onto their inboxes, because I would come across these jobs and be literally sending. Omanya would actually ignore me. They won't even say anything. They won't even say thank you. Abanye, they'll actually say thank you, but they'll just sit on it. They'll just bank those. They won't even make an application. Omunye would actually say to me, I don't even have a CV, so I don't know what to do. Really, I've given you the job link. You don't even have a CV. How best do you want me to help you? And these were my friends. These are my friends. These are my relatives. These are my, people that I know. And I'm thinking, wow, umuntu can fit in here. Beauticians, there are lots of opportunities. Go the Asian countries. Beauticians, umuntu will just sit. And, and then I'm like, all right, Lapa, I'm wasting my time. I said, Lapa, I'm wasting my time. That's when I decided, for me to at least address this in one platform, let me just come on Facebook. I think I joined Facebook. I opened a page last year. I remember it was my birthday. I said to myself, for my birthday, because I was so dreading to come here, to sit down. I didn't have this confidence in me to come and sit and talk to people, But on my birthday on the 6th, I said to myself, that was last year. Nobantu, gain your confidence. You have these opportunities with you. Come and share with people. Whatever. You're going to start small, civilly. You're going to start stammering in front of people. But eventually you grow your confidence. So try and get that out there. I gathered my guts, I said to myself, I think I can do this. That's when I started sharing, on Facebook Live. And then how things happened. I would get the employers, the what do you call them? The recruiters coming to my inbox, actually asking, what I saw you doing this on Facebook. These are opportunities that I have. So if you have people that have documents, bring them through. Really? Did they see me? And I'm like, wow. And one time I was surprised, to be called in Voice of America, being interviewer, and they were saying, and I'm like, what exactly am I doing? And then when I started seeing the results, those people that were getting the link saying, they'll be called for interviews. They would come through for interview tips, CNZ, go through an interview, coach each other and whatever. They'll be called for the jobs. They go, they attend, they relocate, they're in the UK. They relocate, they're in Canada. They are relocating, they're in the USA. They're relocating, they're in cruise ship. Then that's when I thought, okay, this thing is making sense. This thing is making sense. Some people are getting opportunities, like play, so like this. That's when I said, hi Brian, all right, hope you're good. Ta Mazu, hope you're great. Long time, I'm still waiting for your call. Marobang, is that why we must share every live? That's the reason why I'm saying let's share the live, because sharing the live with people seeing these lives, guys, they see the motive that we have. Remember, I'll tell you one secret. One secret that I noticed. There were some recruiters. If recruiters are here, they would agree with me. These recruiters, genuine recruiters, I'm not talking from scammers. Genuine recruiters are so genuine. They are so desperate to find genuine people. And if you had heard me, guys, you're going to put my love, my likes. Let me put it like this. And let me move closer. Genuine recruiters, right, are desperately looking for genuine people. They are desperately looking for people who qualify. They are desperately looking for people who have all the documents. They are desperately looking for people who have good references. You won't find a genuine recruiter just coming in J, just in J, and saying, come apply. They want the cream, because that cream is going to shape the name of the company. That cream is going to, grow the company. So they don't just want any, chunk or, anybody, any Jack and Jill who claims they know the job and whatever. So that's why when they look at, platforms like this, and they see these people are talking about diaspora opportunities, and, they see in J what we discuss, and they then want to entrust you with e-recruitment. They will assign me, what, we just want maybe abantu by 4, abantu by 5. Qualifications and be certain that you have a reference of them, because there's lots of things that can happen, guys. They're entrusting you, what you bring them right. So, and those people, for them to get an agent who is going to do that on their behalf, they will need to pay that agent. Guys, they're trying to cut costs by approaching platforms like this, where they're saying, all right, we see lapana who are in need of these diaspora opportunities, and they are ready to come. So if we approach Unobantu is not charging at the moment. She's not an agent. So they've cut costs already, because Mina, I'll just provide them with people at no cost. They've cut my cost. I'm sorry to say, but it's an advantage to us anyway. Mina, I'm not here like on a business, I'm not doing business here. That's why I do it, at no cost. I'm not charging them, but they've come through to me. Right, Shefra, I see your request. Let me add you. Nhlanhla Lorenzo, do you want to be added? Shefra, try again. Shefra, try again. Just try again. Nhlanhla, please confirm if you want to be added, because I see you've put in a request there. Guys, so when they come to me or any other person, because I know a lot of people are doing these things, people on TikTok, people on Facebook, people on YouTube, and they're not charging these recruiters, right? They are not charging the agent's fee. Yes, please. All right, Shefra, I'm also waiting for you. Right, let me try and add you in. They are not charging. So when they see such things happening, they are quick to say, but if we're not out there, if our platform is not grown and they don't get to know about us, they won't know, this is what we are doing. I hope I'm making sense, guys. That's why I always encourage you, let's share the live always. Hello, Nhlanhla.
Hi, sis. Hi.
Kunjani?
Ngiyaphila kunjani, ma?
Thank you. Thanks for joining us. Talk to us.
Thank you. No, I just joined in now, and yeah, just got to the UK, and I've got a lot of friends labo abafuna ukubuya, so this is very informative, and yeah, I'm gonna try and invite them in. Ngicela ubavumele labo ne.
No problem at all. Thank you so much for sharing your story. When did you come to UK?
This is my 3rd week. I just got
Wow.
therapy, so I'm still applying here and there. Yeah.
Wow. And how is it so far? How are you finding it? Is this the UK that you anticipated, or something? Shefra, try and come out again, Shefra. Angazithinda bisala today. Try and come out from Facebook, then rejoin. Because if the person is unable to join, try and come out, Shefra, and then I'll be waiting for you, darling. How is it so far, Sansa, from the UK that you used to hear?
Yeah. I mean, compared to what is back there, you are born to Klelegile, so yeah. things are looking up. Things are looking up. Yeah.
Great, nice to hear that. And then just to find out, are you coming as a healthcare, worker, or something else, another field?
I am actually applying to healthcare system, and yeah, waiting for the feedback. I didn't have my license, so
Okay.
definitely bafuna someone with a license, but
Okay.
yeah, that is in the pipeline. I'm looking to.
Great. And it shouldn't be a hassle really to get that license, and
not at all.
Yeah, it shouldn't. It shouldn't. But you know what? I'm glad you decided to make that decision. Yeah, because it's not an easy decision for a man, by the way. Unless now sit when it was so easy. I better go just like that overnight. How easy was it to decide what I'm not saying?
I've always wanted to come there. Like it's been a while, and I think I was one of the fortunate people because my spouse is here already.
Oh, brilliant.
So yeah, so I would advise those that want to come ukuthi balungise ama license wabo before they come. But yeah, there's more opportunities if you have a license.
And in the license, how is it now for you, Osando Ubuya? Do they still accept Zimbabwean Simbi that we have from Kudala? Because I think what I changed.
Okay, so rumor has it uguti when you get here, they will want you to redo the whole licensing thing, but I cannot confirm that 100%. But I heard uguti people were buying licenses from Zim, driver, and then by besuke benza ama accidents kakhulu. So they, like other countries, I'm sure, abo Ghana, I think I think they drive on the right. So mabefika ngapha bebefumele baqale kasha. So yeah, I'll confirm that in the near future. I'm
Brilliant.
not sure for now. Yeah.
Brilliant. Yeah, I would appreciate that. Else at times, somebody who is on the ground, because a lot of people have been asking me, what's my license and they're being changed. What do we do now? Figure UK, but I'll accept it. But I guess in whatever outcome
yeah, that's true. But if they do have them ababuyelayo enjalo, and then if they want them to change them to the UK one, then yeah,
can be done. Great. And you're so lucky because we're in Eskati Sesam. It can be disaster.
4 seasons in one day. 4 seasons in one day. So, I went to the gym yesterday. Puma so and so you're like, oh wow, okay. So that's true. Yeah. Good.
But that's so nice, honestly. That's so nice to hear, and congratulations, for coming. And we have to support as couples like this, because I know other couples. I'm not going. Keep trying, Shefra. Keep trying, Dali. I don't know why it's technical error. So or just type it. Shefra is one of our regular guests that was going to share something. She's in the UK. But So I was saying it's very supportive of you, of you, honestly, you know, or like a lot of men, you know, have so much issues with coming to the UK.
Yes, the fear of the known, the fear of the unknown. Yeah, because I was actually talking to someone before it we are series and it's what you are wondering what the things are because before I came here I was actually based in South Africa. So we are wondering which things are very, 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 very bad. And,
exactly.
I'm grateful for this platform more as well because I have a lot of friends who have done the English test, ETP test, Easy Expire. Like a friend of mine, Easy Expire always 3. And I told you I'm a sponsors and because of honokuthi abantu abekho genuine umuntu uyanikezwa i-sponsorship efike ngapha umuntu wakhona sebaleka engalukuzanga and then they don't stick to agreement terms and conditions ngawo. So today I was talking to this other friend ukhona yena sengenile ku-FK as and uthi yena hayi ungangena then you advise your friends ukuthi no there are people that actually looking for people but sebefuna umuntu azenzele I think bathengisa for about 2.5 to 3,000 pounds ebese says gibeza yena ngeticket lakhe ngemali i-ticket ngemali yakhe because of konoku ungathembani kwabantu. Yeah, so
thengisani
kuthiwa sebethengisa i-COS. Yes.
Hey, well, isitori sabo sokuthengisa i-COS where's at that price? Shefra angazi Shefra kanti ngimngenise njani because or else kuzamele ucina umfonela Shefra on my messenger because I'm failing to add you. If this person was unable to join because of technical issues, angazi indaba mna but anyway, just keep trying. You know, I've got a problem ngendaba zokuthengiswa kwama-COS. I'm glad you've just raised it, you know. It's fine. At times I think people, we just gamble. At times uyayithenga uthola umsebenzi kube genuine sibili, you know, recruiter or employer abe lama hours konke kube mnandi. But my biggest question which I asked Izolo was i-COS lay nxa ithengiswa like employer or whoever comes to me and says ngilaw let me get home ngibe Wi-Fi yeah fike endlini chef fike endlini then we take it from there. Nxa sithi yena ulama COS they have the COS. All right, sorry Mr. Wedi, somebody is saying they can't understand. Right, sorry, let me try and we'll try and accommodate you. And they're saying they've got the COS on sale at that much. How do they sell the COS and who have they applied? How has it been applied? Like who is it assigned to? Because COS it's a certificate of sponsorship, so it can only be attained from home office, and home office can only give me as a recruiter that COS when I've put in you know documents, documents, and you know his CVs, his passports, all his documents, right? To say he wants to come and work for my company. Then the home office is going to look at your documents, your English test and everything and what, right? Then they see what, you know, this person has all the experience to come and work as a healthcare, right? So then they are going to offer me that certificate of sponsorship to say, yeah, you can sponsor these people, this person, because this person qualifies to come and work in the UK. You're one person. And then how then does this person come to me and say, I've got COSs? How?
Scammers, it could be scammers. You brought a very good point, take your money and go. So I actually advise my friends, okay, let me get into the system first and see.
Yeah.
So and seeing over to say they will when you start working and they trust you, then they can then say, oh, okay, get us. So yeah, it didn't really make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense really. But Nhlanhla, I'm glad you are there. And if you like what we do, just feel free. This is just a platform for everybody. If you have an opportunity, wherever, you know, just bring it on this platform. Come through. Nobantu, can we just present this to Abantu? This is what I've found out. You know, I think a lot of people are going to benefit when we come together as a community like this and help each other when it comes to, you know, these diaspora opportunities. Thank you so much, and let's thank Umakoti as well, you know, for supporting you and you supporting her. It's not easy to relocate, but I'm happy you're now together, and I wish you all the best, honestly. Yeah.
Thank you so much for the job, the wonderful job that you're doing. Keep it up, hey?
Thank you so much, Nhlanhla. But I always say, it's not me, but it's us, right? We can only do this together. So, like here you are, you've come, you've shared your story. I mean, I just provide the platform, Jebupela. Thank you very, very much, Nhlanhla.
Thank you so much, my dear.
All right then, guys, as far as my likes for coming through. It's not easy really, but when somebody shares their story, we need to appreciate them. Thank you so much, Nhlanhla. Have a lovely day.
My dear.
So Ushefra, I'm trying to add her. Okay, I don't know why Shefra can't be added. Maybe reboot the phone, or anybody can try, and then we see if it's Shefra's problem or it's my problem. But Nhlanhla has been added, so I don't see why we can't add her. The audience is set to public, so no one. Or maybe the other problem I was to Shefra in. Okay. Maybe the other problem could be, Lapa, I'm doing this live on Novantu's, my personal profile. Just check if you're following me on Novantu's profile, because this is not the page. I'm just trying to think, maybe that could be the problem. Try and check you're following Novantu Sindazimbambo. I think maybe that could be the other problem. Yeah, because Lapa, I didn't use the page today. Maybe let's work on that one, see if it's going to allow you, right? Sorry guys for those who won't understand my vernacular, but I'll try by all means to interpret what I'm saying. I'm basically saying, you know what, the brother that just came through, he has shared his story, and we really appreciate, you know, he's just relocated, and we can only deal this thing together. We can only have wins when we hold each other's hands, and then we pull through together. You know, so if you also are out there and have opportunities that you've heard of, you know, come through, share these opportunities with us, and we can go miles. We can go miles. Anybody here, guys, can tag whoever is here. Can you kindly tag Steve Ovo as well? Steve Ovo, I've always wanted him to come to. Oh, thank you so much, Gail Moyo. Thank you so much for the 100 stars. I really appreciate them. May God bless you. You know, thank you so much. I really appreciate. Let's put the loves and the likes for Gail. Let's just appreciate the, you know, these stars, guys. They really mean a lot. Like I've always said, when these stars come, when the subscriptions come through, I channel them to charity work. There's lots of charity work out there, guys, for us as a community. As an individual, you can't take maybe $20 on you and contribute to somebody who needs urgent attention, maybe medical attention, or they want medication, or, you know, because that $20 is the only money that you have. But when we are here as a community and these stars are converted to money, you know, when we contribute to whatever outcry is there, at least we know we have done something. At least we know we have done something for the community. I remember, and I'll keep saying this, guys, we have had, you know, we have had cases that come to our face, and then we remove the little that's out there, you know, from the coffers, from the stars coffers. We have something, and I've always removed a little bit of something. You know, $50 is something, guys. $20 is something, and we have helped people out there. Yeah, so it really goes a long way. I don't want to lie. And Mina, I believe the blessed is the hand that giveth. When we bless others, our blessings come back to us in return. Remember, I was saying to you the other day, you know what? God has just been so good to me. Look at just the testimonial that I was giving you these past few days, you know. At, you know, the time that I've been here, I hadn't expected myself to have been a landlord by now. But, you know, amazing things are just happening because I almost thought you're able to come through, but yeah, even a glitch. It just went on a glitch, and then I lost you to allow you in. Yeah. So let's bless. Let's just be in the habit, especially when you're in this crisis, when you're in this critical situation where you're in dire need of a diaspora job. this is the time where you're saying, the little that I have, let me just contribute to a good cause. Let's just contribute to a good cause. That's going to go a long way at July. A long way. It always, Tony, sis has me, I always have this guilty conscience when I look at Ashley, that beautiful girl of ours, Ole, who has a growth, on the mandible lapha. She has a cancerous growth, and she had to raise the family had to raise a certain amount for her to be able to go and to go for a surgery. But we couldn't, as a community. We sort of let her down. But Tina, we managed to put in a little bit of something, hoping it was going to contribute and she'll be able to go for the surgery. But even up to now, I haven't heard of any news if she's managed to go for the surgery or what. But these are situations where you're saying, all right, Mina, I'm in search of a job, but there's somebody who is in search of a life where, they only need some certain amount of money for them to, to get a better life, for them to get a healthy life. So these are some of the situations that, that should be pushing us. But anyway, thank you so much, guys. I thought maybe Ostivovo or Shefra would be able to come through, and then they also share their experiences wherever they are. They motivate us. But I guess while we wait for them, I'll just share the few opportunities that I have here with me. Guys, these opportunities, when I share them, I expect you to put in your applications. Yeah, don't just sit on them, because I would have just wasted my time. So put in your applications. Guys. Don't sit on these things. If we have nurses, those with their documentation ready, and they have they've been pre-registered with the NMC. There is an opportunity that was posted 3 hours ago in the United Kingdom, Durham, right? So there's full sponsorship available, and it is the NHS Trust, Tees, Esk, and Ware Valleys, right? This is the opportunity. And please note, before applying, the anticipated date of arrival for this cohort will be between October 2023 and December 2023. So for those who are still applying for their verifications, put your fingers crossed, guys, because these nurses are wanted at least between that period, October and December, right? Keep fingers crossed, guys. But abanye aphuma ama verifications. I don't know. But if you have to, just do that for you to grab this opportunity. Otherwise, I'll show you a screenshot. I'll show you the picture of the advert, and then you can take it from there. Fingers crossed to Shefra is going to be added in Kosian. Shefra, yala. Have you tried to check if you're following Novantu's profile? Novantu Sindazi's profile. Just check that, Shefra, because I'm just thinking which maybe that's where the problem is. Okay, so these are the requirements which any other nurse should have. Then let's try again. Yeah, let's try again. So the package includes paid flights over to the UK, reimbursement for e-visa application, airport pickup and transfer in the UK, 3 months paid accommodation, 3 months, guys. Dedicated OSC training program. The OSC is an issue to everybody. Then first OSC exam funded, and its associated travel and accommodation costs. So they have a good package, honestly, with them, and it's for you to only take it up, guys. It's for you to take it up, and the applications should be closing by the 24th of July. So remember, you put in your application by the 24th of July. You should have put in your application, and they are going to consider you. So I'm just going to show you, and then you take a screenshot. You know where to find this job. You look for this job, and then we take it from there. You put in your application. Let me show you. So you take screenshots, guys. Right, that's the job. International registered nurse, sponsorship available. This is what I was reading. Take a screenshot if we have nurses, and then posted 3 hours ago, like you can see. Right, what I was reading to you is this, the pickup. Those are the package for international nurses. Likes, guys, or stars for sharing these opportunities. Really, we really need to be, right. Shefra, let me try and add you again. So these are the requirements, these are the responsibilities which you need to know when you are preparing for the interview. And then I want to show you the closing date. That's the closing date, 24 July. Okay, so let's run with it, guys. Let's not waste time. Okay, then the NHS Trust would be this one. You need to know it. At least that's the name of the company. Tees, Esk and Way Valleys NHS Trust. Okay, right. Okay, so that's for nurses. Shefra, Suzameli, can you try again? Right, that's for nurses, and then we move on to healthcare support workers. Healthcare support workers, there is an opportunity for you. Support workers, guys, if you are an HCA, HCA is a healthcare assistant. If you are a healthcare assistant, if you have, can anybody try, guys, to, let me see if I can invite you from here. Can anybody try to be added, guys? Let's, right, let me invite Shefra Sibone if I'll be able to invite her. Right, I've just invited you, Shefra. Let's see if I'll be able to have you through. Okay, let's see. I've just invited you, and then we see if it's going to allow you in. Right. So healthcare supporters, if you are a healthcare assistant, I must will catch up. That's okay, Cindy. So if you're a healthcare assistant, you are able to do dom care, you are able to do support work, you're also able to do healthcare assistant, maybe in the hospitals or the nursing homes. Shefra, I give up. Yalla, honestly. I don't know why. Jesus. Can anybody try to be requested, guys, just so that we check if there's something wrong with Shefra's side or it's my end? So healthcare assistants, healthcare support workers, there is an opportunity. Put in your application. It's a full-time job. Thank you so much, Imwemwe, for the 50 stars. I really, really appreciate you, Chisomo. This is the second time you're sending the stars. Really, I greatly appreciate. Thank you very much. Guys, let's just put the loves and the likes for Uchisomo, my sister from Zambia there. Let's do that. Ucho in Ayala wants Iyale for that particular life. Yeah, I guess so. But I'm trying to see if anybody else can try to be added, and then we take it from there. Yeah. I might come back later again because I don't want to stay for a long time, like for an hour, guys, because I would always want to upload the videos on YouTube. So if they're more than an hour, I won't be able to upload them. So I'll just share the last link, and then we call it a day. I'll be back maybe later during the day. At least I'm not working tonight. Yeah, right. That's fair, hey? Let's put the loves and the likes, guys. So that's the one. So the healthcare support workers, full-time, you're going to be based in the UK, specifically in Carmarthenshire in Wales. But this is Wales. This is a Wales job. The place is Carmarthenshire, I think, Carmarthenshire, right? So there we are, full-time job, right? In Wales, guys. Wales is the best place that you can think of being to, right? I've heard about it, but it's a good place. It's been posted 2 hours ago, yeah? So it's not long, it hasn't been flooded. That's what I was saying to you. When you see me coming, giving you the links, these are the fresh, the earliest links that have been out there, you know, because if we share links that have been out there, they're going to be overwhelmed. So if you take them like seriously, you know, as soon as possible, your chances of getting these jobs are very high. Unfortunately, for those who are subscribers to Novanta's page, I post, that's one thing that I realized, even when I post, no one can see those links. So, but at the same time, your subscriptions still keep coming through. That's what keeps our pocket going on, you know, and that's why I keep coming, because I see there are people who are dedicated to what I do. They actually support what I do. Their subscriptions still keep coming in, and thank you so much. I thought I should just say that to you. So if you need these links and you're a subscriber, just come through to my inbox, guys. At times it will be so, you know, it's a hassle for you to start scrolling for these jobs, but I can send them through to your WhatsApp. You just show me that you're a subscriber, and then I send you these links directly to you, and you go straight you put in your application, you're good to go. So like I was saying, this one is in Wales, and then that's the job summary, it's there. And then they've written briefly about them, you know, what they do, so that at least you have a brief idea of the company that you're going to be working for. Okay, and then they've put in their requirements there. There's a certificate of sponsorship. This one closes on the 25th of July. Okay, then 25th of July. Omaropeng Lava, these are our subscribers, and I see them anyway. I'm a subscribers, yeah. I see them and I've known them for quite long. So I'm ready for you, right? So that's the job, healthcare support workers for sponsorship, posted 2 hours ago. I always want to post these jobs as early as possible, as soon as I receive them, right? So take note, the company is that one, Highwell DDA University Health Board. That's the company. And then you're going to be in Wales, in the United Kingdom. Okay, so that's the front page, full-time job, all these things, your main duties, blah, blah, blah. Ta-da. Interviews will be held. You know, these interviews have been scheduled already, 9/08/2023. And then, right, there we are. This is quite interesting, guys. Don't take it for granted. This could be your breakthrough opportunity to the UK. So there we are. Okay, that's the closing date, 25th of July, 2023. So that's it, guys. I hope you've seen this, you've taken a screenshot, you check this job and put in your application. So I think for now, I'll just stop here, guys, so that I don't take too much of your time. And then fingers crossed, I'll be back later during the day. Maybe we say around 5, maybe 6, yeah, somewhere there. I'll try and be back, and then we can share more opportunities. And hopefully Oshefra will be available to share their experiences as well. I'll also try and look for Steve Ovo. You know, these are people that inspire us. These people, they share their stories, you know, or people like Onhlanhla. Onhlanhla has come through to the UK and he's ready to share his experiences, what we expect. And as much as people will be saying this and that about the UK, but when you hear it from the horse's mouth, what more can you ask for? So otherwise, thank you very much, guys, for coming through. I really appreciate it. And let's never forget, we should always share lives like this. You know, a lot of people shared the lives that I was, you know, the what you call this, the reels that I was sharing, you know, about the new house and everything. But that doesn't really, you know, give an opportunity to somebody. Yeah, it's great. It's going to inspire someone that this, you know, purchasing a house in the diaspora is possible. I know a lot of people have purchased their houses, guys, but they haven't come out here like I've done to say this is doable. You can actually own a property. You can actually, you know, you forget about these rents, these expensive rents, and have your own property and all that. So just to inspire you, just to motivate you, wherever you are in your comfort zone, come out of it and know that there's a better life out there. So I thought, let me just share that with you guys, and then we will catch up on the next live, hopefully later today. Thank you so much, guys. Ndithanda Thandi. Bye-bye.